So hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we will learn how does a plane fly. So just pretend this is your plane. I know it doesn't look very realistic, but just pretend. So this is going to be its wing, right? This is the top view. So now if you go from the side, you'll notice a shape like this. This is called aerofoil. So now we'll learn the different types of aerofoil. So long ago, when they just started making aeroplanes, the first aerofoil they came up with was just a flat plate. Like, for example, just take this as an example. It's just flat. It's not curved, not anything, it's just flat. This had full resistance, it couldn't fly any distance. And then, of course, with this much resistance, you'll want a plane that can actually fly a distance. So then they came up with the ball. Now this one had 50% resistance. It reduced a lot. But then they were still not satisfied because it was not fuel efficient. So then they came up with another one, which was very close to the ones we are right now and is the one that fighter jets use. The symmetric aerofoil. It's fully symmetric. It's basically like an oval. This one had just 15% resistance. And then came the last one that we use in our day-to-day life while flying in a plane, of course, the aerofoil. Now this one has just 5% resistance. And as you know, humans can't stop at anything, so we've still not stopped for a better aerofoil. So now let's look at how does the aerofoil, like what actually makes the plane fly. So it's actually because of the forces acting on a plane. So just take it as this is your plane. One second. The landing gear and the propeller. Cockpit. So the four forces that will be acting on your plane are going to be one second. So the one that takes you forward is called thrust. And here comes drag. It's basically air resistance. And this is very well known, gravity. However, in aviation terms, it is known as weight. And then the one that makes you go up is pretty obvious, lift. So now, so we learned that the types of aerofoil. The reason that the flat plate, that aerofoil couldn't actually cover much distance is because of this. It had 100% resistance. What you would need is a low resistance one, just like this. So if you have 100% thrust, just say it's 100%. Then if you don't have resistance, now according to the laws of physics, your drag will also be the same. So what actually makes the plane go forward is the aerofoil. So this part actually reduces the resistance, like see, it reduces the resistance. Now if you have the flat plate, which is like basically, just take it as this, it's just flat, it's not curved or anything. Now if you throw it, it's only going to go for a short distance. Even if you take a large piece and throw it like in a very orderly manner, it's still going to cover very less distance than compared to this shape. So then what generates lift? So do you see this thing over here? That is one of the main culprits of lift, but all the parts of the plane contribute to that. Almost all the parts, like wings and this, elevators, and the propeller, which is your thrust. So how does it actually do it? So just take this as a aerofoil. So now according to the Bernoulli's theorem, this is airflow, this is casual airflow. So I'll just show you in another diagram, I'll come back to this later. So the Bernoulli's theorem states, so there are two ducts, Venturi effect also. So there are two ducts, this is the separating line. So this is the airflow or water flow, you can take it as any substance except a solid, of course. So for whoever of you who does gardening, you might already know this. So when you garden, when you press the pipe, what happens? The water speed increases, so we know that speed increases, and then when speed increases, the pressure will also so like in this one, however, I'll come back to pressure later. So in this one, the speed will actually decrease because, as I said, for the ones who do gardening, you might already know this. So the speed will actually decrease over there. So yeah, so then when the speed will increase, then the temperature will also increase, and the pressure, the density always stays the same. It doesn't matter, it's always the same. So the temperature will also decrease in this case. Another example is, just blow air through your mouth, put your hand forward, blow air, do it like this. What would you notice? The speed increases, and do like this. The temperature increases when there is low speed, and speed decreases when there's I made a mistake, sorry. So the temperature actually decreases in this duct and the temperature increases here. So this is called convergent duct. And this is divergent duct. So now let's go back to this diagram. So what do you notice here? And one more thing, the pressure. Now we come back to it. So as soon as this happens, when the speed increases and the temperature decreases, the pressure will increase, and in this case the pressure will decrease. So now let's come back to this part. So the aerofoil actually breaks the airflow. So the lower part has less pressure than the higher part. So over here you can notice over here that there's a divergent duct. I'll just write DIV for a short form, and over here it's convergent. Now go back here. See, the airflow was really big here. Suddenly it got split. The airflow was small here. Suddenly it got split by the aerofoil, thus resulting in the divergent duct. Then at the end it became small again, just like it was over here. So now let's so that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and please make sure to like, subscribe, and if you want the notification button, I post only once a week. Thank you.